Hello everyone and welcome back to the cold Arctic Retro. Well, it's not so cold now, it's in the beginning of June and yeah, it's quite warm, it's 20 degrees Celsius and a nice summer weather. In this video I'm going to take a further look at my Commodore 64 Ultimate, the Starlight Edition, and yeah, this is going to be the last one in this three-part series. Maybe I'm going to make another video when I get my Founders Edition, which I ordered first actually back in August. It's still not here. It's now been shipped for the third time with the same shipping company that actually just returned it. Hopefully this time it's gonna get here. Today I'm gonna investigate about using SID-chips on this machine. You know, it has a built-in emulated SID chip and it actually works quite nicely. The sound quality, for me at least, is good, but you can install real SID chips to this machine, and I have a couple of ones that I want to try out. I want to try out the real original SID chip, and I also have some modern variants to test out. But I have never actually focused on the audio quality in my videos. I only have this TV and it has built-in speakers, and that's what I have been using, and that's obviously crap audio quality. But I was thinking now with the C64 Ultimate I have bought this one. Yeah, it's a set of speakers, PC speakers, not very expensive, but yeah, maybe some medium quality. It has a subwoofer and two speakers and a built-in amplifier. So first of all I'm gonna set up that. This video is sponsored by PCBWay, and these are the things that you can actually get PCBWay to produce for you. If you have the Gerber files, you can upload them directly to PCBWay and have them produce your PCBs for a very good price and a very fast turnaround. I had them made several different PCBs, and they're always very good quality. These are leftovers I didn't use. Not only do they produce the actual PCBs, but they can also populate your PCBs with the components that you need. PCBWay does not only produce PCBs, they also have a wide range of other services like CNC machining and 3D printing, PCB assembly, PCB design, and a lot of other stuff. And also check out their shared projects, which is a site where you can download already made PCBs. If you find a nice design here, you can put it straight into your shopping basket and order it directly. So go check out PCBWay at pcbway.com right now. I bought this locally here in a TV shop, and yeah, it's a Gaming Trust 120 watts power. I'm pretty sure it's not that powerful. But yeah, it wasn't expensive. It cost like 80 euros. So not the cheapest ones, but I hope it's good enough. Well, it's quite large bass or sub speaker here, and you have these smaller ones. Yeah, looks nice. The thing is, with the C64 Ultimate, you cannot really connect large speakers to it directly. It has a 3.5mm audio jack output, and that can't provide much power, so you need something that amplifies that if you want to have some volume at least, which this has. And it came with the necessary cables, 3.5mm jack going to regular RCA, and there's a volume control knob and a power lead. Yeah, I'm gonna set this up and then I'll be back. Just one more thing. This is kind of cool. It has this volume knob, and that has actually a headphone jack and auxiliary jack if you want to connect something else. Yeah, it's installed. That's another big mess of wires. And then this goes into the Commodore, and here's the volume control. And the actual subwoofer speaker has volume control too, and also bass control. But let's take a listen how it is without the speakers first. I'll use the Commando game. I love the music. It's made by Rob Hubbard. Yeah. So that's from the TV. Now I'll plug in the speakers. Yeah. Yeah, that was something else. At least for me, I don't know how you hear it through the microphone. Later when I test the SID-chips, I will obviously sample it to my computer so you get the real thing to the video. Anyway, I'm gonna test a few SID-chips. That's the main goal of this video. If you watched my previous videos, you already seen I bought the PDSID, or the public domain SID, and I tested it in a real Commodore 64, and not a very good test, but I just wanted to see if it actually was working. There has been a firmware update for this, and I'm gonna install that first. But I also bought this. Yes, this is the ARM2SID. It's two SID chips, or clones of the SID chips, the ARM2SID, and it's meant for stereo. Here you go. That's the ARM2SID and SID2. And you connect them together with this cable here, and then you have a, what looks to be a ground lead to a computer. Fancy stuff, huh? But first I need to test with the real original Commodore SID chip. Anyway, for that we obviously need to open the machine. And that's quite easy if you don't know. Just 3 simple screws. Yes. There you go. Oh, I don't want to break it. So these are the 2 SID sockets. Makes it easy to insert and remove. In my previous video you saw me going through the motherboard and also installed a heatsink, and it's quite warm. Yeah, very warm, even if the machine has been off for some minutes. Well, I actually have 2 original SIDs. This is the 6581, I have a heatsink on it, and this one I really don't remember, I need to check. But let me first just install this. The notch goes up, and that side is a notch, so insert it there. Yes. Okay, and then we need to configure it. Now, just bear with me, I haven't done this before. Yeah, it says SID changed, please review settings. So it actually auto-detects it. Let's see now. SID sockets configuration. Now I completely messed up, I didn't show the whole screen, but yeah, I enabled SID socket 1, and it says here SID detected socket 1, 6581. And I was talking about the resistors. I'm not sure what those are for. Maybe it's for loudness, I don't know. There's also some capacitor settings here. You can't change that. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is to disable the internal speaker in the machine. To do that I go to speaker mixer, and I set it to disable. It's already disabled. And then to turn off the sound from the UltiSID, you go to the audio mixer, and here I set it to minus 10 decibel before, but I just simply set both of those off. And you can mix and match volume and different kinds of settings here. I'm not going to go into that. Socket 1 and 2 has minus 6 decibel. I just turn the volume a bit down because I'm gonna do sampling, and then I need it a little bit lower level. And now we should hear only the original 6581 SID. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But that sounded great from the original SID. Now for the PDSID. Yeah. Sounds almost the same. Yeah. Then I go to disable SID socket 1 and to audio mixer and turn the UltiSID 1 on. Set it to 3 dB. Yeah, it's louder, but it's hard to say if it's better or worse. For that we need to use some other SID tunes or some sound effects or something else. I'm not the expert on that. It is kind of hard to hear the difference. I hear a difference in volume, of course. So I would definitely not go ahead and butcher some original Commodore 64 just to get out the SIDs for this machine. I think that is a bad idea anyway. No, one interesting thing I noticed while testing, I didn't film that, but I thought I'll show you now. If I now enable the UltiSID, just one of them, and we get sound from that. That sounds good. I was testing some speech. I have some SID digital speech directory here, and for example this Apollo 18, it has some speech like radio communication speech. Now listen to this. It's just some noise. There should be speech. Now let's try that with the real SID, 6581. And then I just disable, turn off the UltiSID, run the game again. Yeah, I have some issues with my microphone. I'm not sure how this is gonna come out on the video, but here is with the original SID. Yeah, you hear the speech. That works fine. So that speech clearly didn't work on the C64 Ultimate without a SID chip. Let me try the PDSID, see how that can handle it. Yeah, so that works fine on the PDSID too. So there at least we found one issue with the UltiSID, and that is speech, but I heard other speech. I think I tested Ghostbusters and that worked fine. I just need to test another speech game, the Impossible Mission speech. Now this is with the UltiSID.
Destroy him, my robot.
Yeah, that works fine.
Another visitor. Stay a while. No. 99, United American Delta Air France, November. Emergency. Minutes fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, that was just some initial testing, but I want to do a recording so that you can actually hear the difference in the video and not through my microphone. Also now I'm gonna test the stereo setup. So for that I'm gonna use both the UltiSIDs first. Both the SID sockets are disabled and I have a test suite here for stereo plus FM. Later I'm gonna test FM too. Yeah, let's find some stereo SIDs then. It says it's set up for the second SID on D500, so I'll probably need to set up that as well. That's a little bit painful. You need to change the configuration if you want to do this. Yeah, there it is, UltiSID address D500. So now it should be stereo. Yeah, for sure. No, it's stereo. Now I'll do a sample so you can hear it. But before I do that, I need to set down the volume because it's too loud for the microphone input on my computer. I set it to -6. That should be better, otherwise it will be clipping, overpowered. So I'll use Audacity and I set it up to 2 channels, stereo, 44.1 kHz sound. Let's try another tune. Yeah, now it's stereo, definitely. Let me hear it for real. I'm gonna record it. Now that was the built-in emulated SID, and now I'm gonna change to the 2 original SIDs. Play the same, see if we can hear a difference. Yeah, SID socket now is at 420. Maybe that was my fault. Before I changed the SID socket addresses, not the UltiSID address. Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry about that. Now both are on D420. Let's try that same SID again. So now it should be real stereo with the original SID. Recording. Yeah, so that was the real SIDs in stereo. I just want to quickly test the PDSID in stereo too. Need to test everything here, right? But soon I'm gonna test the ARM2SID with some FM synthesizers. That's the PDSID. We shouldn't have to do any changes here. It's still detected as none. Record. The ARM2SID, I'm pretty sure some of you are real experts on SID-chips and everything. I'm not. I'm just playing with this and on the C64 Ultimate for the first time even. But I recently got this and yeah, obviously it's meant for the original C64 and it gives you 2 very good SID-chips for stereo. And yeah, and it features OPL FM synthesis. And that is something that we got on the PC sound cards back in the late 80s, I think. That was new then. Better audio quality, MIDI files and stuff. Yeah, that's quite an extensive manual here, and here's actually a chapter for the Commodore 64 Ultimate, the Gideon's Ultimate 64, how to set it up. Yeah, you obviously need a connector cable between the two SIDs, but with this configuration you can even have a 3-SID setup on your C64. So here's the settings for the Commodore 64 Ultimate. So I'm just going to read through this and figure out how to do this, and then I'll be back. Let me test out the ARM2SID now, and I have hooked up the wires between the two and installed the two SID-chips. And this one I thought maybe was grounded, but that makes no sense. The chips are obviously grounded. This is a line that goes to here. It's marked here A5 to 9. And that line actually brings an extra addressing line to the SID chips that gives it the opportunity to recognize more different addresses for addressing the chips. I said I was gonna check if I need to upgrade the firmware on these, and to do that you don't connect them to anything, no programmer or anything like that. There's a program for the C64 that you use to program these or update them. And the machine detected the SID changed also here. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it says ARM2SID on both sockets. That's cool. Do you have any sound? Yes. It's connected to my PC now, so it's a little bit bad sound, but yeah, it definitely works fine. So let me just load that same stereo tune again. Yeah, now I connected the speakers, yeah, it sounds really good in my mind. ARM2SID for the win. Yeah, then the firmware. Yeah, the latest firmware is from February this year, so I'm not sure if the chip I have is updated. Let's check it out. And to do that, there's a firmware update program to the C64, and there's also a configuration program. This is the update. And already updated. If I select 2, then it's already updated. Yeah. So this is the config program, and here you can configure stuff like which emulation you want to use, 6581 auto or 8580, filters, digifix settings, address mapping configuration and stuff like that. And then you have the potentiometers, X and Y config. I'm not gonna mess with any of this. Just want to show you what's possible. Now for the FM synthesizer. So to configure this ARM2SID to be able to play SFX or FM music, you need to configure it for that. And here I am in the ARM2SID configuration program, and here it says SID1, SID left, SID2 is SID right, but instead of SID right you need to set it to SFX. Emulation mode should be both. Yeah, now it's correct. SID L, SFX and both. Save. You also need to configure the SID chips on the Commodore. So socket configuration, both should be enabled. SID addressing, you should set the SID socket 1 to D400 and SID socket 2 to DF40. And external dual SID range split should be set to A5. And you also need to disable the UltiSIDs. And you also need to disable the SID player autoconfig. I have already done that, so we should be good to go then. I hope. I haven't tested this before. Now you see it. I uploaded a FM folder here. Let's check out this one. Now it says SFX. Yeah, it works. Yeah, that's FM sound. Nice. It said on the screen, the first screen, that it couldn't detect the SFX expander. So now it's a mix between SID audio and FM audio. This is great. Let me do a sample of that. Yeah, there's a bug when you go to the menu, it continues with the last sound. That's kind of annoying. Well, let's try this Game of Thrones 2SID GP. Well, I don't think it works. It just hangs there. The bottom corner character flashed for a while and then stopped. So maybe it's not compatible then with the Ultimate. What do we have here? We have, yeah, here's one called Sound Expander. Okay, what's this? This one then? Yeah, that sounds nice. There's a good chance that I'm doing this all wrong. In that case, I hope you excuse me. It seems like FM goes to one channel and the SID music goes to the other channel. I'm not really sure if that's supposed to be like that. There is a, you could actually have a 3 SID setup for this, but I haven't really figured out how that actually works. And if this ARM2SID with FM actually is the same. The thing that is a little bit annoying with all this is that various music need various settings, both for the SID and the second SID, and that makes it a little bit difficult. You need to change the addressing for a specific tune. Wish everything was auto-configurable, but maybe that's not that easy. Oh, that's Kraftwerk. Kraftwerk. But it sounds like it's not playing right, I don't know. Sounded like something was missing, like a third channel or something. If I'm doing this all wrong, then please tell me in the comments so I can learn. And that concludes my testing of SID-chips for this machine. In this video, I think I'll definitely go with the ARM2SID and keep them in this machine. Alright, that was it for this video. It's almost summer vacation for me now, so this was the last video before my summer vacation, which is gonna last for 5 weeks, and by then we're in the middle of August, and I think maybe I'm not gonna have a video ready until the end of August. We'll see. But I'm happy with this machine still, and now I have some good sound setup too here in my lab, and can enjoy some good C64 audio and music. Thanks for watching, and a special thanks to my patrons. See you next time, and have a very nice summer. Bye bye.